Hi, I'm happy to be invited by the managers of Obstetrics and Child Health Services to be able to speak with you just for a moment. I'm also grateful to my good friend Judith Solomon John for having invited me to be the one to speak with you all. I just want to share with you, just for a few moments, putting the balance in life. One of the things that we all have to aim at is to have the kind of balance that is necessary in life. Too many people's lives are off balance, and when your balance is off, you could never stand straight. The dictionary puts out the balance discussion in this context: having different situations and giving it appropriate proportion. So what that means is this: you have different situations, but different situations require a different type of emphasis, time, energy, resources. You cannot be equal with everything. You cannot be a very good employee and a poor spouse. You cannot be a very good mother and a very poor employee. You got to have the balance. A person who's balanced is good in the job, they are good at home, they are good in church, they are good wherever it is they go, because they know how to bring everything into focus. Oftentimes, when people are in the job, they are studying what they should have been doing at home. And when they're at home, they are studying things that they have left undone on the job. That cannot work. That's not balance. That is living in a situation that is inimical to your own health and your own sanity. Because all of us are made to be at ease. That is how God designed us, to be a people at ease. The opposite of ease is dis-ease, disease. And that's why so many people are ill. That's why so many people are sick, because they are not living in ease. The incidence of anxiety attack and stress related issues are at its highest in this time of our existence and on our lives. Why is that so? Because things are supposed to be easier. We have technology to make life easier, but yet we are more stressed out. We are overwhelmed. Life is just too much for many of us. So therefore, let us therefore, with all the well-meaning that we have, that people have to be able to do well and to do everything, we all struggling for competing priorities in life, because there are so many things that want our attention: our children, our bosses, our responsibilities in with our spiritual commitments, etc. But you will never ever be happy until you bring life into balance. Don't let life run you, you run life. And so therefore, I wanted to be able to bring to you about probably a couple of areas that Zig Ziglar, if you know Zig Ziglar, he's one of those presenters that I admire, and he says, if you want your life to be in balance, you check out these areas here. And I want to encourage you to look at these areas to see if your life is in balance. I'm going to give you them. I'm going to give you about 8 points, and you just check it out. All of them supposed to give you a good record. Number one, he said, you must have reasonably good health. You must take time off for your own health. Your health is what is going to deliver on your dreams. You cannot have big dreams and you don't have a healthy body, a healthy mind to be able to support those dreams. So therefore, make sure you take time off to exercise, take time off to eat right, take time off to do the things that will be able to give you the health that you want, to be able to sustain all of those aspirations that you have in life, to be able to live long after you retire. So many people have retired and die off soon after, because they spent so much hard years in their employment and in their time and the tenure on the job. And what you do as nurses and as medical people, it's a stressful job. But you've got to be able to have your health to be able to support where you're going with all of that. And so it is important for you to take that. And many people have thought of improving on their time for their health, but they have not taken action. Wow. I met a gentleman one time in the gym, and he had just retired. And he said, listen, had I taken the advice that people were giving me all my years, I worked so hard, and as soon as I retire, I got a stroke. I'm telling you, don't be like that. You take time off for your health. If you want your life to be in balance, you got to be selfish about some stuff, and you've got to put aside some time and say, this is for me, this is for my health. You are a present to your family. You are the present to the people that you meet, and you've got to take care of that present. You've got to wrap it properly and take care of it. Who wants to receive a present from somebody and that present is badly treated, and then you hand it over to somebody? Don't ill-treat yourself. Take care of your health. So I want you to put down on a piece of paper whether you are going to give yourself a pass mark for your health, or whether you are going to give yourself an X, or whether you're going to put a question mark. Health. The second thing that Jim Ziglar said is that we must be relatively secure. So besides being reasonably healthy, we must be relatively secure. Security means that I feel safe. I feel safe with the people that I'm around. I feel safe in my even in my own self-esteem. I'm not vulnerable. I feel confident and so on. I feel safe to express myself. I feel safe to be able to go and come as I please. I just have this sense of security wherever it is I go. And there are a number of people don't feel safe. They are scared. They're scared of life. They are insecure and so on. And that's one of the things that you've got to spend some time to ensure that you feel safe. You've got to feel safe even in the space that you live in. There are some people living in rental places and they don't know whether they could pay the rent for the next month or not. How secure could you sleep? There are people in toxic situations where the people around them are violent, or they're not giving them the kind of support. And I'm saying, set some time to put your life in a state of safety. Thirdly, he said, hope for the future. Hope for the future is that we always look forward for something else in life. Tomorrow must bring forth something that I did not have today. The people who live in hope always live with fervor and spirit and joy. Only people who commit suicide are hopeless, because people who have committed suicide or think about suicide, it is because of hopelessness. And selling hope is one of the things that Christ has brought for us, to be able to always live in hope for something that is going to come in the morrow. So tomorrow must be a brighter day. So you always look forward for that. One cosmetic salesman said when his cosmetics have been doing well and expanding and sales have been at the highest, they said, how is it your cosmetics sell so well? And he said, I don't sell cosmetics, I sell hope. These people who wear the cosmetics and the makeup and so on, they hope to look younger. They hope to look have a brighter skin. And so what I sell them is that hope, and they buy the hope. Wow. I tell you, we need to get up each morning and have a new day every day and say that today I hope I have a better day on the job. I hope I have a better relationship with my children. I hope I have a better opportunity that is going to come my way. Always live in hope. Never give up hope. And put some time in your life to establish new goals that will give you hope. Fourth thing that Zig Ziglar said is that we must be reasonably prosperous. You work for a number of years, and it's about time that you think of your bank account. You think about the things that you have amassed off of this hard work. When you look back, you must tell yourself, I am reasonably prosperous. I'm not talking about filthy rich, but I'm saying that you must be able to see the work of your hand, taste the fruits of your labor, and say, because the Bible says the sleep of a laboring man is sweet. You must be able to look back and say, I have used the time and utilized my resources well, and so I'm reasonably prosperous. You cannot be living hand to mouth, day to day, month to month, after you've worked a number of years. then that must be something that you're doing wrong that you need to get right. And what I suggest to you is get that right now, so that you can be able to say that I have something that demonstrates that I'm reasonably prosperous. My bank account, my assets, my security, my pension, and support for my old age prospers. Number 5, Zig Ziglar says that we must have a peace of mind. Nothing beats a peace of mind where you can sleep and you know that everything is all right. You see, that peace does not mean that there is no storm. There was a competition one time when they asked people to paint what they consider as peace, a peaceful moment in their life. And this young man painted boisterous waves, rough seas, splashing against the shore. And they said, but how come you are painting all of this hostile environment and calling that peace? And then they saw he drew in high up in the rocks a bird sitting on a nest, fast asleep. Peace notwithstanding the storm. Some people expect the storm to cease. The storm will continue to rage. You will have troubles. You're going to have some trying times in your life. Don't wait for those to dissipate before you can enjoy peace. Peace is peace notwithstanding the storm. Let the storm rage. Christ was able to be asleep in a boat while the waves were boisterous. Learn to be able to be in situations where things are not right, but yet you have peace in your heart. A peace that passes all understanding, that people cannot understand how come you are so calm when everybody is so much in anxiety. 6th, Zig Ziglar said, reliable friends. Reliable friends. Not just friends, but reliable friends. Not the friends on Facebook that you press like and they don't know who they are. I'm talking about friends that you can rely on at the time of needs. I have no idea why we invite so many people to our weddings, and half of those people we cannot rely upon when our marriages go into trouble. It does not make sense. You must be able to work among people, work where you are in this health sector, and have people that you can rely upon, because a good soldier needs soldiers around them that they could rely upon when the time comes. Do you have enough people in your life? You don't need thousands of them, You just need 4 or 5 good people in your life. Christ had 3, Peter, James, John. Out of the 12, he had 120 disciples, but yet he chose 3. That's all you really need. The rest are good acquaintances, the rest are nice people, but the real reliable people who you can share your pain with and you can express the stress that you're going through with on the job. They won't judge you for the mistakes that you make, but they are going to be there for you and they're going to back you all the way. Wow, I tell you, reliable friends, nothing beats that. The Bible says, and there's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. And then we go now to number 7. Number 7, we are talking about good family relationships. It's so sad when we see how many families are being destroyed today. And in order for really to live your life in balance, you need to spend some time developing family life. You can't pay for that. Somebody said, the things in life that you can count, they don't count. Houses, money, land, women, men, whatever it is, all of those things you can count. They really don't count. But the things that you cannot count, they count. Family life happens to be one of them. Oxygen, relationships. Don't neglect the value of spending time to develop your children, develop the relationship with your spouse, develop the relationships with your brothers and sisters, and on the job, even developing relationships with the people on the job. You spend 8 and more hours a day working hard with each other. Develop a good working relationship. Don't neglect that. Remember that those people, we are social beings, and you need to depend on somebody at some time in your life. So, at number 8, Zig Ziglar says, happy, happy, happy. Learn to be happy. Because if we are not happy, life makes no sense. But happiness is a byproduct. You don't just be happy. Happy comes from achieving a worthy goal. And that's where you'd go after something to make sure that you achieve something in life. Always have something burning in the pot. Always have something cooking for your life to achieve another goal. If you've had a degree, start looking for your master's. If you've had one child, probably look for a second. Whatever it is, try and look for something else to be able to inspire you and move you and keep your energies going. Don't peak. Don't reach to the point that you just come to a stop in your life. You just continue to go. You continue to play. You continue to enjoy yourself. Because like I tell you, happiness is so important. A friend of mine said to me, people many times, they don't stop playing because they grow old. They grow old because they stop playing. Learn to be happy. Take some time off for yourself and laugh. Take some time off for you. Spend some time with you. Take yourself somewhere. Buy something for yourself. And try and achieve things in life and learn just to be happy. So I want to tell you, those of you who are working, sometimes we become discontented and we become so stressed out. Don't let life stress you out. I just want to tell you that if you start looking at your life and start looking at your where you are working there, get job fulfillment. Job fulfillment. And number one, when you get discouraged, ask yourself this question: do I have a salary? If the answer is yes, rejoice. It's a good thing you're working there. Yes, things may not be all right, but you got your salary. And is that salary a good salary? If it is fairly good, be contented. Godliness with contentment is great gain. Thirdly, ask yourself, how many people gain from my salary? Do you have children? Then they gain. Do you have a spouse? They gain. Do you have a mother, a father? They gain. There are people that you have never met that you give things to. You cannot give what you don't have. Because you have a salary, you gain. Do you have perks on the job? Do you get paid vacation? All of that helps you to come to work now with a spirit of gratitude. Yes, because you're putting a balance in your life. When people are balanced, they come to work and they always bring happiness to the job. When people are not balanced, they bring stress. They bring difficulty. They bring anxiety to the job. So you cannot be balanced at home and off balance on the job. You've just got to be a person in balance. So one of the things that help you to appreciate your job is this. Appreciate the fact that many times when what you take for granted but you secretly want, it increases in value when you're about to lose it. Let me say that again. What you take for granted, but which you secretly want, it increases in value when you're about to lose it. So even though sometimes we have a job that we complain about, let somebody come and tell you that we are making you redundant. We are going to fire you. Or that we are going to dismiss you. All of a sudden, the same stressful job you want. I've seen so many people. A lady was telling me that she's so stressed out with her marriage. She wants a divorce. I asked her, would you consider it? Reconsider it. Would you now look at it because you might be talking through your stress? She said, no. And she cried and she said, I can't take anymore. She applied for the divorce. On the day of divorce, she cried and she said, what have I done. Whatever it is you take for granted, it increases in value when you're about to lose it. And then she said she wants back her marriage. Why? Because the man was a stressful man, yes, but she admitted he takes good care of his children. He cooks for me. And he does such a good job, but he's such a mean guy. Yes, he has his faults. So just take time to appreciate and be contented with what you have. Your job, I tell you, you need to be able to bring a spirit of upliftment to patients who are suffering, to patients who are going through stress. And so therefore, I want to suggest to you that while things are going bad, in one of my books I wrote in my book, Quotable Quotes, it says, no season lasts forever. No season will ever last forever. Why? Mango season will go out of season. But yet dry season will never ever last forever. You'll never have it rain all year round. No season lasts forever. But here's what. So therefore, when things are bad, rejoice. Because things that are bad cannot be bad forever. So start looking in expectation for things to get better. Yes? So rejoice, because weeping may endure for the night, but joy would come in the morning. And when things are good, rejoice still. Why? Take the best out of the good times, because good times will not last forever either. They are going to go. So therefore, enjoy it all you can. So whatever circumstance you are in, your job, when you go there, tell yourself, a bad day, I'm going to enjoy it because it's not going to be bad the whole month. And when you go there and things going good, rejoice as much as possible, because you know bad times going to be happening very, very soon. And I leave you with this popular quote: count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Put some balance in your life and go out there and bring life down with all you've got. I'm Michael Stewart, and I wish you, the manager of Obstetrics and Child Health Services, all the best. God bless you all. St. Lucia, and you'll be blessed forever.